What's up, guys? Okay, we're looking at my Texsport pup tent. That I just got. And I've just now waterproofed and solar proofed it with this spray I got. That's the first thing you're going to want to do to this thing when you get it, is seam seal it. You can see along here, you can see the seam sealer. I actually use two different types, and you just go along all the seams. You can see it there, it's real shiny down the bottom. This is a particularly important one right here, and I'll show you why in a minute. That's the only seam that actually goes across the main body of the tent, so I use the good stuff for that. And then you may be able to see the kind of the sheen of the spray that I just put on. And you can get those either like the water retardant ones, or the solar or the sun and water repellent ones. Since I'm out in a desert, I got one that more focuses on the sun, because I'm not going to be dealing with too much water. So I want it to be protected out in the sun, just like today. So that's going to help to protect the fabric so that it doesn't deteriorate in the sunlight. I do have a mod for it, aside from seam sealing it and spraying the fabric retardant on there. And that I will show you here in a second. Basically, you just take a stick. This one happens to be 28 inches long. I'd say in retrospect you could probably do it anywhere from 28 to 36 inches. And what you're gonna have to do, you can see right here, hopefully, I've actually, the fabric's kind of bunched up, and I've sewn on the inside these little tabs that'll hold this stick on each end. And I got the same thing on the other side. And I'll show you what that does here in just a second. Okay, what I did with this stick before we go in here is I just cut a stick just from a bush. Nice straight, smooth stick. It's got a little bow in it, but that's fine. And I had a tent repair kit, which comes with these metal cylinders. And I just kind of skinned and shaved grooves here so that this will fit right in there. This side fits real solid, so I just leave that. And this is the side that'll slide in easy. Then on the ends, since this is real lightweight fabric, you don't want it to cut anything or tear it or poke it. So I've taken electrical tape and just wrapped it around the edges. And that'll blunt the edges so you don't have any problems with tearing, puncturing. So the reason that I did this, you don't even have to do it. You can just find one of these sticks out in the field. But I can put this in the pack with it. It's the same size as these collapsible stakes, which come in sections about that long. And I can just fold it up and I can haul it along with me, so I don't have to worry about finding a stick and carving it and everything else when I'm out there. I'll just use this one. It's pretty lightweight, so there's no problem with it. Okay, so this is what it looks like on, whoa, sorry about that. That's what it looks like on the inside. And hopefully you can see here and there are our piece of fabric that we've sewn in. Okay. All right, let's make sure that we can get a good view of this. So really all I did was just took this is just scrap fabric. You can use anything. I would use something more durable, like canvas or a thicker material. This is kind of a thick synthetic material. And you just cut a little rectangle, fold one corner over, And then you can sew that directly to the seam. Now it has to be in this seam because that seam is tripled up fabric. So it needs something to bite into. You can't just do it in the middle because it'll tear through this. So not only do you sew it, and you want to do this before you seam seal it, you sew it, then you seam seal it, and it'll lock all that in. Okay. Put your stick together, real simple. Feed it through like this. Feed it through like that. Now look what that did here. Okay. This pushes all of this fabric to the side, and that gives us a roof. That gives us open air space. It also has tie-outs down here which you can use, and that'll help to expand this. But there's a problem with the top where it'll just cave in when the wind blows, and it'll squish in, and it'll really reduce your overall head space and air space and volume inside the tent. So if you make a simple mod like this, sew these little pockets in here and get a stick for it, even if that's all you have, you're gonna have that permanent kind of a diamond shape of roof space. It's gonna give you a lot more arm room. If you want to do the tie-outs on the side, which are right here and here, you can run the lines, guy lines out there, and that'll spread it out further. Now, there's a consideration of rain. It may, if it rains hard, I'm not sure, it may kind of start to pool. You might have to push that up occasionally. I would probably put a tarp over this thing anyways if it was raining. But it's possible water might pool there. But, you know, not a big deal. If it does, real quick fix. Take that down, ride out the storm, and put it up again. So, if you've got one of these or a similar style, real simple do-it-yourself cheap mod you can do to give yourself a roof and a lot more space inside the tent. And this is what it looks like in here. It is really hot, and I'm gonna be getting out of here. So make sure to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.